It seems Jay-Z and Beyoncé are already feeling the heat following Diddy's arrest. Rumor has it that Jay-Z recently met with both a criminal attorney and a divorce lawyer in the same day, sending the internet into a frenzy. Just after Diddy's arrest, whispers began circulating that federal investigators were looking into Jay-Z as the next target, given his strong ties to Diddy and some questionable deals they made together in the past. However, no one expected things to escalate for Jay-Z this quickly. Many assumed the feds would investigate him after Diddy faced trial and sentencing. But with his recent meetings with a criminal defense attorney, it appears that trouble may be closer than anticipated. Beyoncé isn't waiting around to be dragged into this mess either. Reports indicate she is already preparing divorce papers and is ready to make a swift exit once things hit the fan. Let's dive right into this brewing situation because the tea is piping hot. As we know, Jay-Z and Diddy have been industry besties, doing nearly everything together. At one point, Diddy even referred to Jay as his brother. However, following Diddy's incrimination in Cassie's lawsuit, Jay started to distance himself to avoid any fallout. Unfortunately for him, it seems like it's too late to evade the situation, as this entire mess has now come knocking at his door. Rumors of Beyoncé saving Jay have been circulating for a few months, initially dismissed as unfounded. This gossip was sparked by YouTube blogger Storm Monroe, who claims to have several insiders in the industry. According to one source close to Beyoncé's camp, she has been preparing to leave Jay since last November, around the time Cassie filed her lawsuit. This insider revealed that Beyoncé's recent push for new products and album releases is a strategic move to generate as much income as possible before Jay potentially faces exposure from the feds.
And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask Jason Lee. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, oh, the Carters have been separated for some time, they built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah. Now before all this happens, we may get another tour, we may get another album out of both of them. I don't know, because at the end of the day, they about their money first. They're gonna do what's best for business first. As far as Beyonce is concerned, do she love him? I mean, he's really all that she knows.
When you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. In just the last year and a half, Beyoncé's gone on a world tour, released her own movie, launched a hair care line, dropped another album, and introduced a tequila brand, all while reportedly preparing for another tour. I don't know about you, but during the peak of her career, she wasn't putting out this many projects in such a short span. Many believe she's rushing to release all this content because something significant is on the horizon that might lead people to question her too. As if that wasn't shady enough, the topic of Beyoncé divorcing Jay resurfaced when Jason Lee audaciously attempted to blackmail her on camera. He threatened to reveal some major secrets about Beyoncé unless she convinced Kelly Rowland to grant him an interview. At the time, many were confused about what he meant, but now it's believed that it might have been related to her relationship with Jay.
Internet would go crazy. I'm gonna tell them why Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now. Ooh, and that's where I go back to, like, we're friends in the game. We support each other. We help each other out. Can you imagine had I put that on Hollywood Law? Oh, there's one more thing. Beat this, Johnny.
Woo!
So that in itself, I think Beyonce could have gave me a, you know what I mean? Like, there should be a little love there. Now,
maybe she doesn't know.
She know. Beyonce doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Beyonce. And they're not going to share that with
Yvette
her.
knows. I got the receipts. I still have the
people
receipts. Yvette know I got the receipts. I got them. Now if I get that message to Beyonce,
Yes,
I
she
can
needs
get
to
it
know.
to I'm connected. I could get the message to Beyonce.
She needs to know.
And I think people like her publicist, who I love, and I'm just being critical. That's just what I do. You know that, Yvette. We're trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's gonna be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out.
Fast forward to a few days ago after Diddy's arrest, and it was revealed that Jay-Z was reportedly feeling anxious and had allegedly met with both a defense attorney and a divorce lawyer. This information was shared by the popular Twitter account Lawyer, which tweeted a 2-for-1 today for Jay-Z. He met with a criminal defense attorney and a divorce attorney. While the specifics of this meeting were not disclosed, it's safe to assume it wasn't anything positive. He knows this situation is closing in on him, which is likely why he's consulting with lawyers to prepare for what's ahead. Regarding Beyoncé, many believe she was blindsided by Jay-Z and probably didn't learn about his questionable dealings until Diddy was incriminated. These rumors gained traction after Beyoncé's former bodyguard revealed that Jay kept her hooked on substances like cocaine to manipulate and control her.
Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time. And you keep her that.
As if that weren't bad enough, there have also been speculations that Jay-Z groomed Beyoncé, allegedly turning her into his cash cow by pimping her out to industry executives. What makes this situation even more troubling is that Jay was nearing 30 when he began courting Beyoncé, who was just 18 at the time. It's worth noting that Beyoncé didn't have much of a social life growing up. She was focused on her career from her teenage years and only had one boyfriend in high school. Many believe this is why she chose to stay with Jay-Z even after he cheated on her. He's the only man she's known since she was 18, and her entire career has revolved around him. Having built a family together, she may not even know what it's like to be a woman on her own without him in the picture.
How? I feel like she never got to experience life with the different types of people, and the fact that he was so old, low-key, I feel like the only way she expresses herself is through her music. And like I don't know them obviously, but I'm just saying, just like by seeing the age gap and what happens between that age gap, she never got to live outside of him.
The rumors about him allegedly pimping her out surfaced a few days ago when the baby shared the details about a time he, Beyoncé, and Jay-Z attended a private industry meeting at Diddy's house. According to the baby, Diddy cleared everyone out of the house to allow him, Beyoncé, and Jay-Z to have the privacy they needed to discuss their own matters.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? And, Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Mm-hmm. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know,
right.
Jay-Z and Beyoncé being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in
right.
at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope.
As if that weren't concerning enough, it seems Beyoncé wasn't the only underage girl Jay-Z was involved with. There have been reports of him dating Foxy Brown when she was just 15, and he was already a grown man. Allegedly, he promised her a successful career in Hollywood but abandoned her as soon as he was finished, even paying her a substantial amount of money to keep quiet about it. This claim was later confirmed by Jay's longtime friend and former business partner, Dame Dash, during an interview with Nick Cannon.
What age was Foxy Brown signed?
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
But that's...
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
I know you did. I'm just asking a question.
Because I'm on the block. I'm responsible for everybody.
You the boss.
Yo, don't beat around the bush. Say what you want to say.
I'm just...
What do you mean by that question?
I was just asking.
What are you insinuating?
I'm not insinuating. I just asked the question.
I
thought Foxy was like 16. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds like you...
All I'm understand is in this industry when we live in these glass houses.
It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask her. Y'all keep asking me questions. Y'all want to ask him because he ain't here. Ask him. I ain't got with that, and I don't even know nothing.
Do you all realize how similar this situation is to what Diddy did to Cassie? He started dating her when she was just 19, promising her a career in Hollywood only to put her through hell. Let's not forget that Jay-Z was still associating with R. Kelly. Around the time Kelly was exposed for all those terrible acts, he even collaborated on a joint album called The Best of Both Worlds and performed with him multiple times, fully aware of what Kelly was doing to those girls. The signs were there from the beginning, but people kept overlooking them because they thought Jay was a saint, all while he was secretly betraying Beyoncé by associating with people like Diddy. Many have their own opinions about this, including one person who said, "I think Jay-Z and Beyoncé are next. I don't think Beyoncé is a victim. I believe she's his partner in crime. She's an adult who knows exactly what her husband is involved in." Another person added that Beyoncé should divorce Jay-Z before the feds finally catch up with her shady man. Imagine sinking with the man who cheated on you. Now I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Jay-Z meeting with a defense attorney already? Do you really believe Beyoncé's going to leave him? You know what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.